when you were leading product at large enterprises compared to early stage environments? What's the most surprising thing that you see when you compare these two worlds?
The hypothesis design is where you'd spend a lot more time in a startup than you probably would do in a more mature company, right? And so, how should I design my experiments? Because in a startup, speed is very important. You have limited resources, a lot that you can do, but only a few that you should be doing, right? And so, how do you go from that lot that can be done versus a few that should be done? I think that requires a lot of design elements and iterations and growth mindset, with hypothesis design being a very, very important skill. And so from hypothesis design, you eventually move to customer design. From customer design, you eventually move to kind of product design. And from product design, you eventually move to kind of revenue design. And so if you look at that journey to go from a startup to a large company, it's where you spend most of the time. Not that revenue is not important in the early stage of your startup as well. Of course, it is important. But most of the time that you would be spending would be in hypothesis design, making sure you take the right turns at every junction, because one wrong turn can kind of set you back, a couple months, couple years, and maybe that's the end of the startup just because you run out of resources.